Socrates will tell the story to symbolize the great challenge that we all face in deciding who we want to be in life and what type of life we want to live. Either the path of virtue and heroism or the path of vice and debauchery, whatever. It was called the choice of Hercules. The story goes that Hercules, when a young man, found himself on an isolated fort in the road, and he sat there contemplating his future and trying to decide which path to take for in his life. As he toiled with his decision, thinking about it, he saw two women of larger stature than ordinary starting to approach him. One had a very noble air to her. Dignified in her apparel, dressed in plain white robe, her beauty was natural and easy. Her motions and behavior full of modesty. The other was dressed a little more ostentatiously. She had a very seductive appearance. She looked into Hercules' eye flirtishly. She kept looking at the figure that she made in her own shadow and adjusting her appearance, trying to allure Hercules' attention in every way. As they drew nearer to Hercules, the first statue, in white, continued to same composed pace, while others striving to get ahead of her, and went up to Hercules and addressed herself first thing out. My dear Hercules, she said, I see you are very much divided in your thoughts upon the way of life you have to take, that you ask to choose. Be my friend and follow me, Hercules, she said. I will lead you down the easiest and the most pleasant road. There is not a single pleasure of which you will be deprived. And you will out of your life with ever encountering any hardship, she said. You will have no responsibilities, never, and be called upon to go to war, come what may. Rather, your only concern will be what food or drink to savor next. What sight and sounds and physical sensations would please you the most? You will spend your days and night trying to decide which lovers you want to pleasure you next. That's what she proposed and said to Hercules. Sumptuous tables and beds full of roses and clouds of perfume and concerts of music and crowds of beauties are all ready to receive you, Hercules, she said. Come along with me into this region of delights, the world of pleasure, and bid farewell forever to care, to pain, and to business. That was what she said to Hercules. All of this will be yours, she said, from the labor of other men. You will never have to lift a finger yourself. My blessings will grant you all these benefits, free from all effort and anxiety of the world. When she finished speaking, Hercules asked her name. What's your name? She said, my friends call me Happiness, though this was not her true name. But she said, call me, my friends call me Happiness. Meanwhile, the other woman who had been waiting patiently now steps forward and says, I too have come to meet you, Hercules. She said softly, firmly, and majestically. I came because I know your parents, Zeus and Hera. I have been carefully observing your character and the course of your education, Hercules, she said. What I have seen has filled me with hope if you would only follow me and the path that leads towards me. One day, you might become the great of the greatest hero and perform many noble deeds. You have the opportunity to earn great honor from the blessings that I bestow. However, rather than delude you with promises of future pleasures, I will tell you the truth, exactly as it is ordained by the gods, she said. Nothing that is truly good and admirable is gained without some effort and sacrifice. Powerful, isn't it? If you want gods to bestow greatness in you, you must earn it. You must earn it through the struggle and effort of growth. If you want to be loved by your friends, you must show them kindness. If you desire to be honored by great cities, you must help their people. You must. You must help their people, she said. If you expect to be admired throughout Greeks, she said, you must make yourself a benefit to the whole of Greece and the whole of Greeks. If you want your land to produce crops and abundance and wonders, you must patiently farm your land. You must patiently farm your land. If you hope to make money from your livestock, you must take good care of your livestock. If you seek to extend your influence through conquest to free your friends and subdue your enemies, you must learn the art of war from experts and diligently practice them. If you want to be physically fit and strong, you must train your body and obey your mind and develop it through hard work and sweat. These are the only terms and conditions upon which I can propose you, Hercules, happiness. That is the only way I am proposing. The first one pressed forward again, trying to interrupt her companion, and forwarded and said, do you not realize, Hercules? She again said. She literally exclaimed by her own confession, the way to her pleasure is long and difficult. She has herself confessed that to you, Hercules. Listen to me instead, for I will put you on the short and easy road to happiness. The second goddess replied back to Hercules. She said, what good are pleasures, she proposes, if you are gratifying your appetites before they are raised? What good are they for you? To eat before you are hungry, to drink before you are thirsty, sleep before you are tired. What good are they to you? That's what she proposed and counter said to Hercules. For what be the satisfaction from work that makes you to retire to your bed, but boredom? You will have been turned out by all the other doors and absconded by every decent man, she said. You will be denied the opportunity to hear the sweetest of the sounds, praise of yourself from others. And you will be denied the sweetest of all sights. You will never contemplate any work of your own that's admirable. You see, Hercules, she said, she concluded, if you work hard in the way I described, you can possess true happiness and fulfillment in your life. And that is the true fulfillment in your life. The name of this goddess was Arete, which means virtue. And the other that called herself happiness was actually called Kakia, which means wise. Hercules, of course, chose the path of virtue and was not seduced by vice. He faced continued prosecution from the goddess Hera and her minions and was forced to undertake the legendary 12 labors. He died in the most extreme agony, poisoned by cloth soaked in hybrid blood. However, Zeus was so impressed by the greatness of his soul that he elevated Hercules to the status of a god in his own right, and his heroic legion lives on to this very day till today. And now, this morning, in you, my friends. Here is the lesson that Socrates and now I am conveying you this morning. The message is you will perpetually find yourself at that crossroad. The choice will be presented to you all throughout the history. And at that crossroad, you decide which path you will take. Will you be seduced by vice or will you stay faithful to virtue? Will you be seduced to believe that there is a shortcut? Will you be believed to believe that there is a shortcut? Will you be seduced to that? Will you choose the path of ease and instant pleasure, or will you know the path of virtue? The path of virtue. Although difficult and tough, it is the only path to honor and dignity and a heroic victory. So I say, stand firm in your virtue against all temptations by vice. My school of noble thought friends. So now you tell us your choice in the comments below. Let's see what you choose.